Is it dark?
Is it dark?
We open up some of the blinds.
Oh my god, I need a coffee. I'm tired.
There's one right there.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Put some more ice cubes in it. Sorry. What's up, you guys?
What's up, everyone?
Welcome back to another Q&A. It's been a hot minute.
It has. God, it's probably been 6-7 months ago.
I know. We are... Okay, we're not gonna do that right now while we're doing this.
What hallway is that?
Well, what? Didn't they catch that when they did the leveling? Cabin. God, he's looking good. The facial hair and the tatties.
Shaving.
I think it's the facial hair. It's really sending me over that.
She likes the facial hair.
I'm obsessed.
And I like it for a minute,
I
and then
love
I
it.
like get a wild hair, and I'm like, I gotta shave this.
No,
I gotta shave it.
love it. Love, love, love. Look like a mountain man.
All day long, we get like hits regarding cabin questions
Yes.
from people that are there, and it's kind of helpful to be on site.
Anyway, sorry, yeah, it's a work day right now, so we're like in the middle of it, but let's get to it. We are doing a Q&A today. We're gonna catch up on all the things. We just had a baby, we're building a house, we are doing lots of stuff, and you guys, if you follow along our vlogs, then you see all that on the daily, but we're gonna get into the nitty gritty, more detailed questions, stuff like that.
We have a lot on our plate.
We got a lot on our
We
plate.
are a little overwhelmed.
Very overwhelmed,
We have
and we're tired.
our normal work, social media. We have our management company. We have the cabin. We have the baby.
Yes.
We have the toddler.
Yes.
Toddler
is a key point.
is a big one there. And we have like a move coming up. We've had a little bit of travel to visit family and stuff. We've just been really busy, and we've been a little more overwhelmed than we anticipated.
For sure.
I think with a second kid, a lot of people say, oh, 0 to 1 is harder than 1 to 2. And I will tell you, for me specifically, I thought 1 to 2 was harder.
Yes, okay, so we'll just start there with the first
Yeah.
question. Most of it is about how is it going from 1 to 2, how's 2 kids, how's it going, XYZ.
Interrupt, guys.
No, okay, it's like...
It's the best
We're all
thing
about
ever.
positive parenting, and we really, like, there's no point in, like, being...
Not
you
just
know, a certain
parenting,
way, but
positive
we do want to
vibes.
be real about it,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's because I saw a lot of questions. It's like, hey, we're thinking about having a second kid. Like, how's it going?
Yeah.
So we want to be transparent, but also like encouraging. Like
Totally.
we say, have as many kids. Like, go for it, go for it. Like we want more still.
Yes.
I
like it. I will say I like it better than having 1 kid. I think 1 kid is definitely easier, but you don't know that until you have 2. You're like, oh my God, 1 was so easy and I thought it was hard. But of course, it's hard to also when you're in it. So you
It's
wouldn't know
all
any of it.
hard.
It's all hard.
Just each stage is a new hard. Where you're like, oh, the previous stage that was actually pretty easy.
Totally.
I don't think we've looked back and thought
Anything was easy.
that stage was harder. Every stage we look back on, it's like, oh, well, that was easier than now.
But is that also just easy to do when you're looking back on a past
Maybe, I don't
experience?
know.
Yeah, you're
I
like,
don't
oh,
know.
because I've done that now.
Maybe.
Well, anyways, yeah, it's definitely acquiring like a new skill, having a whole nother human in the mix of your life. It just takes up a lot of time, and you can never prepare yourself for that like slap in the face a little bit. It's like Hunter and I have definitely been feeling underwater with 2, but
it's like, you know, people say like don't be like financially in debt. We're fortunate enough to not be in financial debt,
Yeah.
but we are in sleep debt.
sleep
For sure.
Hunter,
Sleep
we've
deprivation.
never been so tired in our
Every
life.
day we're like, hey, we have to fix this sleep thing, guys. Like we gotta get this together. Every day we talk about it, and we're like, hey, we gotta fix this.
I know.
And it just doesn't fix. But I think it's at the stage right now. We're at a stage where it's like pretty chaotic. Sleep
Yeah.
isn't really there. Like we said earlier, there's a lot on our plate, so we're trying to get to a lot. So it means like we're cutting into our sleep to be able to get to everything. Like we're waking up earlier than normal. Also with a toddler, he's waking up at like 6. So a lot of people ask like, what's the hard part with a second kid? It's not really the second kid, it's the first kid, because you are tired in the middle of the night. You're having like sleepless nights with a newborn, but your toddler isn't having sleepless nights. He's getting his battery refilled, and every morning he's like, I'm ready to go.
He's hype.
What are we doing today, Dad?
Yeah.
All right, sorry, the memory card was full. We had to switch. But anyways, it's Yeah, it's just a new it's a new thing balancing too. It's just a whole new
skill that you have to build.
Yeah, we always talk about it being like a new muscle. We're like exercising and you're kind of like learning, and then over time, like in a couple months from now, you got it under control. Right now, we're just in the heat of it because I think, one, the kids, but also how much we have on our plate.
I think every experience is different. I think for you, 1 to 2 has been harder. I do think 1 to 2 is hard, but I think 0 to 1 was harder for me as a mom. Like just the shock of it all, first time doing everything, the anxiety, all of that. I do still think this is hard, but not as shocking for me.
I think 0 to 1 can be hard if you're not quite ready for kids yet.
Yeah.
Because it is like a wake-up call when you have a kid. It's like your life does change.
Yeah.
Not dramatically necessarily, but it does change, and you have to be ready for that change.
Yeah.
Last thing I will say is someone said, as you have more kids, it gets exponentially more work and exponentially harder, and I believe that to be true.
Totally. It's not just like, oh, double the work. It's like almost triple when you have 2.
Imagine this. When you have 1 kid, let's say you're like us, where we pretty much divide and conquer pretty equally, I would say. So with 1 kid, it's 50% of our time each.
Yes.
Okay? Or not 50% of the time. 50% work and responsibility.
Yes.
Then when you have a second kid,
those little in-between moments are now like completely filled. And so then you're just like, it's snowballing. That said, we still want more.
Yeah.
And I still would say having kids is the best thing that we've ever done, and it's incredible. It's just hard to balance when you have a lot of other things you want to achieve, and but it's so fun. And seeing the dynamic shift with multiple kids is so cool and special. And I cannot wait for Crush to get even older, just so we can really like see those relationships develop. And we still want more. So you just do the hard because it's so worth it. And I would equate it to, if you don't have kids, it's sort of like the same idea of like maybe training for something really hard, like a marathon or something, or like a race where you're like really going out of your comfort zone and you're like, oh my God, this is so hard, and like I don't know if I'll ever get through it.
Or something.
Yeah.
Or drinking from a water hose.
It feels like that, just like you're stretching every day to do something, but you're also like, this is so worth it because it's so incredible. So that's the answer.
Last thing I'll add to that, this is like kind of in line with what we're already talking about, but just to expand a little bit further, is we're realizing that you really just have to like give in to the new lifestyle.
Totally.
I think
surrender
early on when you have 1 kid and then you have a second kid, like each stage you try to keep everything else in your life the same.
I know, because everyone's like, don't change your life, but it's like you kind of do have to.
You have to adjust your life. You don't have to change it. It's like you make some slight tweaks and adjustments, and ultimately you're shedding the fat from your life. Like you have to be more picky and specific on, hey, like I can't do this anymore, but this is important to me. Like you can easily let yourself go. Like we're trying really hard to like stay healthy and keep up with like our fitness journey and our health journey from like a food perspective, like cooking good meals and stuff like that. But all those things, like you have to carve out time in your day to do that. Other areas of your life, like social things and stuff like that, you still want those to fill your cup. Yeah. But you have to turn down those things more often than you used to. Like you have to pick and choose and prioritize things a little bit more and be more strategic with what's important to you and what your lifestyle's gonna look like once you have a kid, a second kid, a third kid.
It's kind of nice because you realize you waste a lot of time as like a young adult. You're like, what was I doing?
And one big thing is like, you know, I don't know if it's like, maybe it's removing like TV time from your life, removing like scrolling time from your life, like things that are numbing anyways. Like if you can remove some of those numbing things from your life, you're actually enjoying life further. You're enjoying it more. You're deepening like your experiences. Yeah. And so I'd say that's a positive.
For sure. Quick pause. We want to thank today's sponsor, which is our friends over at Seed. You guys already know we're huge fans of this probiotic on our channel.
It's a daily Synbiotic, which is a prebiotic and a probiotic combined, and it puts good bacteria back into your gut. So as you know, with the diets in America specifically,
those guts are wrecked.
You know, pharmaceuticals, anything like that you're putting into your system, antibiotics, it's stripping bacteria from your gut. Not just bad bacteria, but also good bacteria. And this is putting good bacteria back into your gut.
Yeah, so if you're a 90s kid, you guys, most of us, like, we're seeing, this is why gut health is so popular right now, because I think it's finally like coming to fruition. All of us, like Hunter is having autoimmune issues, a lot of people are having digestion issues, fertility issues, everything is connected to the gut. And I think we all ate like a lot of processed food growing up. There just wasn't as much information as there is now about health. So this is something that we have tackled at the beginning of our health journey and incorporated into our routine, and we will continue to. So look into it if you're not on a probiotic. This one is like the best on the market. It is so scientifically backed, and it will just help with things like regularity, bloating, immunity, skin health, everything.
I think up until recently, most people believed that diseases weren't reversible or they weren't preventable. But now there's a ton of studies and research and science coming out that's like, with good health, good diet, all that kind of stuff, you can prevent a lot of diseases.
Or that a lot of things can be caused by like metabolic health, which is literally like what you can control by the foods you eat, how you take care of your gut, which is like at the core of that.
And not even just like autoimmune diseases, but even stuff like Crohn's or cancer or ulcerative colitis, things that you could potentially be born with, but they might not flare up or they might not come into fruition and express. Like, you can prevent a lot of those things. And I'm not saying seed is a cure.
In combination with a healthy lifestyle, this is really going to help support it.
Yeah, just giving you a good immune system to battle the battles.
Yeah. If you guys want to try seed, you can get a discount by using our code. Try it out. See what
put it here on the
screen. Recognize.
Check it out. Y'all know we've talked about this for a long time. We are big fans. We love the product and we love the partnership. So check it out. We'll leave all the info down below as well as on the screen. And let's jump back into the rest of the video.
All right. Which one question that I thought was kind of flattering was, someone said, your key tips for being such high performers. And I was like, oh, do you think we're high performers? That's a compliment.
Yeah.
Which, okay, I have like a couple things to say about that. I think that high performers, Hunter and I always talk about this, and we're like, we just don't see, we would consider, like, we're always pushing ourselves to like do more, believe it or not. Like, we think that we are sometimes lazy or lacking, or
we're hard on ourselves.
Yeah. We're like, come on, like, get it together, like, be even better, whatever. So I think it's like this like unsatisfactory like thing that you have by yourself that you can just like keep pushing for more. And I don't know if everyone, I don't know where that comes from. Maybe it's like a bad thing, like feeling like not good enough. But Hunter and I both are always just like, how can we dig and like be better? But it also is so fulfilling to like push yourself to like complete things, or even like express, like, this house project to us is like, it's a creative project, and it's also like fun to see something come full circle. Just like, I don't know, I look at it as like self-expression, just like how putting things into action, and like, I'm not making anything.
And I think it also is like, hearing that question, it makes us feel good because we don't necessarily feel that way about ourselves. Like what you're saying, like we're really hard on ourselves. We think we can always be doing more. Yeah. But I think, like, if I was to say, yeah, we are high performers, and here's the reasons why, I think the first thing that comes to mind is we kind of always have almost like a to-do list, okay? And our to-do list is
miles long.
It's in so many different categories.
Which might not be healthy.
And so it's really prioritizing which of those items on the to-do list are most important, and just like tackling it. Yeah. You can't really multitask. Multitasking isn't a thing. Like, you have to focus on one thing at a time. You really have to just say, this is important, this is a priority. And you can't get to everything all at once. You can't get to it all in a week or a month. Like, you look at the end of the month and you say, oh wow, we tackled these like 10 things, and those were like big items. Yeah, yeah. And so it's like really just like taking steps forward one step at a time, and then you can look back and say like, oh, look how far I've climbed. Another thing that I would say that I have learned into like kind of higher performing is learning to get organized. If that's not a skill of yours, like, Hunter's really good at that. I am definitely more type B, and I'm trying to push myself to be plan ahead a little bit more and not procrastinate. Like, those things are key to like accomplishing a lot of things. I think that like people that like to do a lot of stuff, like the motivation has to come from somewhere else, and I don't know if I can give a tip for that, but it's almost like
wondering, like it's this sense of wanting to see how far you can like push yourself and like how much can you express, or I don't know, like, oh, how cool would it be to do something like that, like to dream really big and then actually like go after it. And I would say Hunter and I have helped each other in that way as a couple, because I would say by nature I'm more timid, maybe like I play it safe a little bit more. I'm more like, I'm good at like detailed things like daily tasks and like doing stuff, and Hunter's like dreamer, big picture, risk taker, like, hey, let's do this. And then like we partner together and I'm like, okay, cool, let me like, you know, do the little itty bitty things in between that. But I think we've helped each other.
Because you're a dreamer too. Like I think
I am. I just get nervous to like go for things.
There's like scenarios where we're like flip-flopped in that. I think it kind of comes down to the final thing I was going to say a second ago, and you brought it up, is like risk.
Yeah.
You have to take risks, guys.
You do.
And really the biggest thing that kind of motivates us is we really view life as, this is our one
shot.
One shot. And you could sit on your couch all day thinking about a risk you want to take, but until you take it, you're still on your couch.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't always work out. But like, then you take another risk, and then another one. But like
getting in there and trying feels way better than not trying at all.
And you learn things along the way. Like truly, like everything we've ever done, like every decision we've made to go after something, a new job or a new piece of content or a new project, whatever. It's almost like a risk that leads to an education. And we even talk about that with the cabin. It's like, hey, if we broke even on this project, we basically like got a free master's of home building and renovation.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
because we're learning.
We've learned so much. So don't be afraid to take risks. Go for things. If you have a dream, do it. It's just a dream until it's your reality. Like make it your reality. Go for it and take the steps necessary. And maybe it's like one step at a time, like we talked about.
And I will say too, like I think like as I've just noticed this over the past few years, just as like tech develops more and social media has been around for a while now, like I even can catch myself, like some days I just feel like there's like, especially with kids, like I might spend a few days indoors just like TV and phone scrolling, and I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I'm not living sometimes like a real life. Like it's so easy to just like DoorDash your food, to scroll on social media all day, watch shows, and it's just like this stale like deadless life. And I think those things are incredible as tools, but you have to be really careful to not let that become your lifestyle. And even I get caught in that too, like I'm admitting it, and I just feel like shit when I do that all the time. And I'm like, no, I need to be out there in the real world, like using my hands, cooking my food, going out on walks, getting fresh air, getting off my phone, like
the opposite of feeling numb.
Yes,
like
exactly.
Experiencing
it's so
life.
Depressing. So anyways,
getting rid of the numbness.
Yes.
Now we're kind of spiraling out.
We are spiraling.
But all right, next question. I thought this was kind of cool. Rank your houses you've lived in. It's fun.
Okay.
They've all been, honestly, they've all been like, they've all been necessary.
They're also different too.
Like every step and stage has been necessary. Our house, our rental apartment in Mill Valley, California, that was necessary for that stage of life.
I know.
But then it made our Texas house when we moved like that much more exciting.
Oh my God. Okay, I say I actually probably...
You're gonna rank Texas number one.
I think I'm gonna put Texas number one. Just because I liked the setup of the neighborhood. It was our first house. I think I feel like very fond about it. And it just like felt really comfortable. Like I feel like we had enough space. It had a yard. It had a fire pit. Like, I don't know.
I feel like that's where we made a lot of pivots in our life. Like it's where we both ended up going full-time social media. It's where we started to see like the channel grow. It was like a very exciting time for us.
Yeah.
With life, like we had our own space, our own house. Like
totally.
From our previous jobs in San Francisco, that's what bought us that house in Texas.
A lot of firsts.
And so we were really excited for that stage. And then just, I don't know, just to see everything develop from there was really cool. We have a lot of memories there.
Yeah.
Our first Nashville house was really pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
It was like beautiful. That was another stage where
is that your number one?
Well, it's my number one from like I was most excited because it was like it's like a new adventure.
It was like a big purchase.
But I'm saying it was most exciting from like a new adventure standpoint.
Totally.
Like Texas for me was like where I grew up. So it was like, oh, it's awesome that we now can like live in this like great house here, our first home.
Yeah.
But moving to Nashville, the house was great. It felt like, oh, we actually got ourselves like a really nice house. Like we got to this point. But it was also a new adventure where we were moving to a new city.
Yeah.
And I like adventure. I like risk taking, all that kind of stuff. So just like doing something new and experiencing that. But with this place, it's like, this is where we've had our kids. We probably have the most memories.
This is probably my number 2.
Yeah.
So Texas 1, 2 is the townhouse. Mostly because, and I think maybe I'm realizing now saying this out loud, is like, it's more about like the lifestyle of the house too. Like where is it? Like what can you do around the house? And like, I think I've liked this one because we bought our babies home and we live sort of closer to town. So we've been able to like walk to coffee and dinner, and that's been like a really fun experience.
What about the 6 months we lived at the cabin?
Yes, well, I mean, I like that one too, but I'm getting there. So 1 is Texas, 2 is this townhouse.
Your last is the Nashville house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one, for me,
it never felt like special. We never felt attached to it. So I will say that.
Yeah.
I was just the most excited, like from an excitement of a move.
For sure.
It was that house.
Yeah. 3, I would say, is the cabin for me. The cabin was really special. We lived in it for 6 months before we started renovating it.
Cabin pre-reno.
Yeah, and that's where I got pregnant, and I just remember that as a special time. It's like in a really calm area, a lot of families, and I liked the vibes.
That was a hard time for me.
Yeah.
It was like 6 months of like both of my grandparents had passed at the house, and we were like, we were pretty stressed out. Like,
we were. That's when your eye started flaring up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd probably put that as last for me.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I think the cabin will probably be our number 1 once we move to it.
I think so too. And I would put our first Nashville house probably at that bottom, and then, you know, California, whatever.
We were excited to move into this though.
We were so excited, remember? Oh,
that was fun.
We were so excited.
Good question.
Okay.
I have a lot of questions on here about the timeline for the cabin move. We can probably address that real quick.
Okay.
We don't have an answer.
Yeah.
When people ask us the past like 5 months, our go-to answer was like, we're about 3 months out. And I would say right now, realistically, it's probably 3 months or less.
We are hoping you guys to be in before Thanksgiving, and that's kind of where we're going to leave it. That's our goal, and I know that seems long,
saying 10 to 12 weeks.
Yeah. And a question I'm seeing in my box a ton is like, how are you guys doing? How's your relationship changed with 2 kids? How are you prioritizing your relationship? All of that stuff. Okay. I would say, or some people said it talked about the roommate phase. I would say this time around has been interesting. Like Hunter and I have really had to like communicate a lot more about how to divide and conquer, figure out the 2 kids.
And how we're feeling, like where we're at mentally and emotionally, because you can't, it's no longer just assuming where the other person's head's at.
No, not at all. You're like, you gotta tell me and speak up. And it's almost like a skill to learn how to express like, okay, what do I need? What am I, whatever. So definitely we had like a come to Jesus talk probably like 2 months in. We were like kind of going at each other a little bit because we were so tired, not really having any time for ourselves, which previously we were both able to like work out. We were working out together. We were, you know, having like little breaks here and there. And this time everything got swiped from us. So there was a lot of tension there.
There was like a week where we were just like, get away from me.
Yes. And we were like, are we okay? Like we're unwell. And me breastfeeding this time around was just a whole new experience. And that's going really well now, but it was a little stressful at first. So anyways, we finally were like, hey, we need to like have a chat because like we're feeling really disconnected and like what's going on here. So that was really good, and literally after that talk, things got a lot better.
But even then, it was almost like we were like expressing frustrations, just like taking it out on each other. It was never like anything between us, and I think even during that time we knew that. You're aware of it, like. I don't know.
You're just taking it out on each other. But it's funny because when Hunter and I go on like date nights, we're like literally everything's fine. But it's just like when we're in the daily heat of like kids.
It's very
crying
situational
babies
too. Like you could be standing in line at La La Land and there's 200 people in there and your kids are going crazy and they're getting your orders wrong and you're bickering about it. You know?
And I swear somebody told me the other day the hormones that when you're breastfeeding is the same as a menopausal woman, and I'm like, I think that checks out because I'm literally psychotic, like, I don't know, crying all the time. Well, not so much anymore, but you know, I'm a little cry.
How many kids do we want? We kind of covered that earlier. We want at least 3, maybe 4. We're just gonna see where we're at.
Yeah, definitely one more at least.
Also super situational where we're gonna be living, how things are going with the current family and kiddos, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we'll go for 3. I kind of want 4, but we just need to see where we're at. A lot of questions about cabin, farm, like, what's the future look like?
Okay.
Right now we're still like, hey, farm is where we want to be.
Yeah.
But we'll probably take a small little break. We're not going to just like finish this project and be trying to jump right back into another project. We want to get into the house, enjoy the time for a second. And the goal has always been to start the farm plans early 2026. I'm now thinking it'll probably be like late 2026.
Maybe. That will always be like the end goal. So this cabin, even though we're putting a lot into it and everything, we just want to build it right. It's not like our end situation because we definitely want to be in a bigger space. And if you guys are new here, we have a property out in the country. It's like around 20 acres, and that is ultimately where we want to build like our more forever home. And with that said, lots of questions on like whether we're gonna stay in Tennessee long term. Would we be moved back to be near family? I think it's like TBD. We always leave everything open. Obviously that's our dream, is to be like on our piece of property and everything, but we do miss family a ton and we love seeing them. And we would also love to, we're open to like moving other places. We're not somebody that probably will ever stick in one spot.
Tomorrow we might have a video that's like, surprise, we're moving, right?
Anything could happen.
I think right now, we talk about this quite a bit, is Tennessee, Nashville and the surrounding areas feels like our home base.
Yeah.
Like it feels like, hey, if we have a primary residence, it will likely be in Nashville for the foreseeable future that we can like, I don't know, I feel like we'll have all of our kids here.
Totally.
I don't see us like picking up and moving somewhere else and then getting pregnant again.
Yeah,
I
don't either.
I think we'll be having all of our kids here, which could happen over the next like 5-10 years, right?
Yeah.
And so for the foreseeable future, primary home base, Nashville, surrounding areas. But we do miss the mountains. We do miss the beach. So ideally, in a perfect world, we have our home base farm, a little beach cottage, and a little mountain cabin, right? But that's the dreams. You know, we've always talked, I don't know if we've ever covered this in a video before, but we have always felt really inspired by like Ralph Lauren or someone like that, who has almost like different lives in these different places. Like he curates a lifestyle for himself based on the setting he's in. And we've always been inspired by that. And I don't know, that would be like a dream of ours.
We love, just like different environments. We get like, we like to like bop around, get inspiration. We always have loved traveling, everything. So we want to like continue to change things up. We're not like, oh, we're just gonna like live in one town forever and just stay in this one house. Like that's just not our vibe. Yeah. I think that we just get like antsy and we
would love to split time between places, but as our kids get a little bit older, the conversation of like schooling, where we're going to be living, it becomes more serious and more almost like more final, it feels like. And so that's when the conversation around like homeschooling comes up sometimes. We're like, well, maybe we do like a co-op where we can go here for 4 months and like homeschool them, and then when we're back home they can go to school, or I don't know. We're just talking through all that right now. We're very open, but it's becoming more of a conversation that has to take place that might kind of dictate like what our life actually looks like in the future.
Totally. Hunter, one for you. Which crypto do you invest in more, Hunter, and what are your thoughts on XRP?
That is the one I invest in the most.
Yes, Hunter's a big XRP fan.
I don't like talking about crypto really.
Well, you just give a little bit.
I don't like talking about it like publicly, because I feel like it's just like if you're not in it or interested, it's just like, or you don't care.
Yeah.
But I've been invested in crypto since like 2017 or 16, I think. But my portfolio is pretty much like 70% XRP. All my other, basically all the profits I've ever made in crypto, I switched it all over to XRP like a year ago. And so I got out of a lot of like the big cryptos and just switched and kind of went almost all in on XRP. I still have like a few other small cryptos, but XRP makes up most of my portfolio, investment portfolio.
And we always say, like, I don't look at it closely at all. Hunter does all the crypto stuff, but we do think like I mean, you can do like day trading on there, but I feel like it's more of like a long-term play. If you can keep your money in there for an extended period of time, I think cryptocurrency as like a total is probably going like a certain direction.
So many people I talk to about crypto think it's like this like get rich quick type scenario, and I guess you can.
You could.
But I really look at it from a long-term play. I've been invested in it since 2017. I'm still holding it. So if anything, I just move it around. I've never pulled out and deposited into my bank account. I just move it from crypto to crypto and continue to grow the amount I have in there. So I view it more of like a savings account in a way, like leaving it there if we needed the money or found another investment that we wanted to pursue. If we wanted to like pursue like a business investment or a business venture or a vacation home or something like that, I'd be more than happy to pull that money out and use it. So I like the crypto space, but it's not like
end all,
and I don't just sit there and watch it all day every day. I do look at news every day regarding crypto just to stay up to date, and just like research, but I don't know.
I feel like too, I mean, if you wanted to make it like a daily sort of income thing, you definitely could. Like, if that was your strat.
You can definitely,
like, if someone wanted to.
You can go day trade it and make plenty of money every day doing it.
Yeah. Okay,
Sorry, I know that's not like a answer your question. Like, yeah, I'm in crypto. XRP makes the most of my portfolio, but only because all the other profits I've made in other areas I've pushed over. Someone said, how did you help Smoke start talking? My 16-month-old only says like 2 words. I would say the biggest thing we did was like we narrated our life to him.
Yes.
We like we narrate everything we do to him. Look, we're now putting the scoop of this powder into this pan. Like we literally talking, narrating.
And I feel like you think they don't know, or because they can't talk like that, they won't fully understand. But that's like literally how they learn it. So. Yeah, narrating everything. It's like, it's exhausting.
One cool thing I think is cool. I started doing this. I don't know why I started doing this. I just started and then it became a thing.
Yeah.
Is every night I pray with Smoke when I'm putting him down. My prayers consist of recapping. Like being thankful for the day, but recapping the entire day. Like anything that I can remember that we did that day that he was a part of, I say. Like literally like waking up, like what breakfast he had, like where we went after breakfast, like taking a nap, to like if he went swimming or if he went to the park or if we went to a baseball game, or who he saw that day and what he did with those people, like every detail throughout the day. And it's talking almost like re-narrating like the day that he had that day. And I think it helps with like memory and recall too, because sometimes I intentionally leave things off in the prayer, and he's like, oh, and I saw so-and-so and we threw the ball, or, you know, like it helps him look back and and like recall some of those things from his memory. So I think that helps, and I think it's really cool. That's probably just a good like brain exercise for kids anyways.
I think a lot of things are just like person specific, so each kid, like, they'll develop things at certain times. So that could just be part of why he's talking a lot, but that would be our tip probably. But we see like other kids that he's around, like they have way more advancements than him in other categories. Like maybe they're like a lot faster and like stronger, and they move differently, but they're not talking as much, and like he might be like the reverse, so it just depends. I don't know.
Someone asked if I'm liking the short hair or if I'll grow it back out. I'm liking the short hair right now, guys.
Love the short hair. So cute.
I don't think I'll have hair as long as I did for a while.
I'm loving this. With the facial hair, it's just bellissimo.
I almost like don't like that you say that, because then when I shave, I'm like, oh, does she not like my face anymore?
I just love it. That's like, I love it. I think you could just keep that year round, you know? Okay. Best advice for someone who is scared to become a parent one day. I would say, I was scared too, but I would say don't be scared. It's literally like the best thing that I've ever done in my life. Better than any other thing that I'll ever do. And it is like changed my whole perspective on the world, on life, for the better. I think it is like literally the meaning of like why we're here, and everything when you have kids just like clicks into place.
It takes experiences you were already having, and those moments are so much more precious and valuable and exciting, and
oh my god,
just it makes your life across the board richer,
and it's so amazing. So I would not be scared at all, but I totally understand that fear.
This is a good one. How do you guys communicate as parents and check in on each other during stress? This kind of like ties on to the earlier question.
Yeah.
But it's really just that, like, checking in on each other.
Yeah.
Like, midday, end of day, all day.
And I think, like, a lot of what we're doing now, especially with 2 kids, is sort of like, because what can happen is you can forget to, like, prioritize yourself as a parent. You just kind of disappear. So it's kind of like, hey, are you good? Do you need to, like, get out of the house more? Do you need to go for a workout? Like, how are you going crazy? Yeah. Like, how are you feeling? Just to make sure everyone's mental state is, like, not suffering. So kind of asking, and that way it's like sort of an exchange. Like if you check in on each other, it's like, cool, I'll come around, check in on you. But yeah. Yeah.
Who manages the money, or do you both?
Hunter.
I do. I would say like 99%. Julia has one bill that she pays just for practice, and she misses it all.
I just like, I know it's really bad. Like, honestly, I would love to be more involved in the finances, but like, I need to like saddle up and like pay. I need to like get involved, but I just can't.
I also manage the finances across like our businesses too.
Yeah.
Like I do payroll and send invoices and pay invoices, and I just have like a very like high look on our finances because of that. And so I just handle it all. I always have.
Hunter's also more like you're just better at numbers, math, like more of like a analytical brain, I would say. And I am just like so not like that. That it takes me longer to do it and like longer to understand it. So it's like almost more inefficient for me to do it. But that's no excuse. I should pay more attention. I'm not like clueless. Well, kind of, but.
You're aware.
I have like, I like know.
I don't know if you know where to like log in on certain things.
No. I want to stay in my creative zone.
I think you are on par with like where we are financially, like how much we're making each month and stuff like that.
Totally,
but like clueless on if it's actually getting paid or not.
No, clueless. Well, because I know that someone else is taking care of it. If I had to step into it, I would.
You would, You know. We used to send invoices together when we first started.
I know.
We'd make PDF invoices together.
I remember, yeah.
A lot of questions about the cost of the cabin and how we budgeted and stuff like that.
Yeah.
First off, you guys, like,
we're not really gonna like.
No offense, like I don't think it's appropriate for us to tell you like, hey, here's how much we spent.
Yeah.
If it was a HGTV style like budgeting flip type project, yeah, it's like, hey, you have 20 grand budgeted for this and X budget for this. What I will say is for this project, it initially started out as a cosmetic project.
Oh.
Okay, but then we decided to go for it, expand the house, go up with it,
yeah,
add on, tear down. So it's like completely changed from that standpoint. But what we did when thinking about budget is let's go dream scenario, let's see what this costs.
Yeah.
And then you backtrack from there.
Yes.
That helps you piece it together. It helps you prioritize the things that are most important to you. Like, okay, I really want this kitchen to be good, so like let's throw more budget there versus here, XYZ. So even like right now we're working through our master bedroom closet. We could go all in on that and spend as much as we spend on the kitchen for a closet. It's like, it doesn't make as much sense. Like we want a nice closet, and you can do that from a budgeted closet. Areas like the kitchen, it's not really a budgeted kitchen. We want it to be exactly how we want it for this specific project. So I don't know. I mean, I don't want to like dance around the answer. Basically the answer is like, we're not going to say how much we spent.
No.
Or how much it costs. Like Your renovation will be different. If you're renovating your house, it's gonna be the way you want it, how you want it. And your priorities are different than what ours were on this house, I guess.
Yeah, but I will say it's expensive. Yeah. This would be my tip though, if you're trying to renovate or look for your dream house or whatever. I would say the ways that you can save yourself money is look for a house that you already has a layout that you really like. If you like the flow and the vibe of the house, because then you're gonna save so much money.
If you're buying a reno project.
Moving, you don't need to move walls, you don't need to rearrange like spaces. That would be my number one tip. You're gonna save a lot of money there, and then you can like almost do more cosmetic work, and that's gonna be a lot less expensive. And you can decide what areas you want to invest in, like what materials and stuff like that. But I do think that when you invest your money in like nice materials, like we're putting in like nice reclaimed wood and plaster and stuff like that, that might look just like a nice to have, but I do think it will sell the house in the long run, even though on paper it's not like, oh, you're gonna get that money back. It's hard to explain.
It changes the buyer. It changes like who is interested in buying and like what they're willing to spend, I guess.
I will say though, like one tea I'll share is like probably the most expensive thing on the entire project has been the lumber. If you want to save money, find a layout you like.
If you have a layout you like that you don't have to change anything, there's no framing involved.
Exactly.
What is the best thing people did for you or gifted you postpartum?
Ooh.
You take them?
Yeah. It's good.
I really liked both times. Like once you bring the baby home, you know, you have like about a week where you're kind of by yourself.
Yeah.
But after that, I really find value in people stopping by and bringing meals.
Yes.
And not just dropping them off, but like planning out times where people can come over, bring a meal and like visit with you for an hour or two, because you're so like isolated. And so it's one, someone's prepping your meal, taking that load off your plate. But then you're also getting to have that like social time and like hang out, let them meet your child for the first time.
Totally.
And so I know that's kind of standard, like meal trains and stuff like that, but meal trains are typically set up where it's like, hey, food's up your front porch, like, you know, hope you like it.
Oh yeah, no, and this would be my other tip would be like, if I were a friend, like I'd be like, hey, I'd love to like come over if you guys feel up for it and just like hear about the birth and how everything went, because like people want to share and they're excited and say, I won't stay for very long, I just would love to see you and give you a hug. And so, you know, socialize for a little bit and bring them like also like you bring them, cook them a dinner. And I would even make like a breakfast like casserole or something, because like other meals like breakfast and lunch people don't think about, it's like only dinner, but when you're like up in the morning early with those kids, like it's, you don't want to cook breakfast, like try to bring something else too,
or bring like a meal big enough where there's leftovers so they have a lunch for the next day. I think we found that super valuable.
And if you bonus if you go over, I feel like it's so nice if like they want you to hold the baby, like let them hold the baby, or be like offer to do the dishes and like just let them kind of like sit there and relax. That's really nice too. Just because like you're so tired, and like having someone to kind of help with that is really nice. So.
It's funny when you go through those things and it's your experience, it then changes how you want to like help and treat and provide for others when they're in that experience.
Totally. So you know firsthand.
Julie, do you have any recs when it comes to strollers, pumps, other baby mom products?
I would say like my second round, I'm like keep it simple, like only the necessities. But my favorite pump hands down is the Medela hand pump. So easy. I would rather do it manually. It takes me like 10 minutes.
That was been a solid. You've really liked that more than the electric pump.
Oh my god, it's just the electric pump is like a whole thing. Like pumping is not fun, and just to have something that's really fast and simple, I loved that one. I can do more of like we can do like a postpartum Q&A, and I can go through like details of stuff like that. That would be fun. But that one is linked on my LTK. Stroller
wise, we love the Duna for when they're young. Makes travel easy. Duna all the way. And then I'm looking for another like lighter stroller for Smoke right now, so I'll get back to you on that. This is a really good one. Okay. Do you guys have more respect for interior designers now that you've done this project? bookshelves.
Definitely. Oh my God. Like, it is such a big job, and one that I think not a lot of people value, but I think it's important. Like, it just depends on how you look at homes and stuff, but they are really like sacred places, and I feel like designers put in a lot of like effort and like emotion and thought into like making something beautiful that will last, and like, you know,
I feel like though there's different levels of interior designing.
Yeah,
I've learned that. I didn't realize.
Definitely.
I don't think I realized what I know now, which is the like, almost like not tiers by like how good they are, but it's like tiers on like
levels of depth.
Where they enter the equation. So like I think a lot of people, when you think of interior design, it's like, oh, here's a house, let's decorate it.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
There's decorators and then there's designers.
There's designers and there's, but also a designer there could be a level of designer, like a tier of designers that are for houses that are already structurally there.
Yeah.
And then there's interior designers that like are super involved with like the architects and like the build out of the house. That's where we have kind of been involved in. And so we've learned like the whole spectrum in a way, which taught us a lot, like working with architects and with our builder and with the different trades and stuff like that. But I think before that, I just thought interior design was like, oh yeah, once the house is built, we'll choose paint, wall, you know, trim.
Totally. And I think like anything you do, you just kind of like, it's like walk a mile in someone's shoes, sort of. Like, we have more respect for our builder, for architects, all the, you know, subs, that like people like laying the hardwood floor, like everything matters and is so important. So I think just like that's a full circle.
A lot of the design needs to be done up front.
Totally. Like all of it.
Yeah.
No, we learned a lot, and that's probably been like the most fun. Just like doing something different and like working a different skill. And, yeah.
So going on to the next project. We will have 85% of the house
done up front.
Designed and planned up front.
Yep.
And then you definitely make some tweaks along the way, or you see a room once it starts to come together and you want to like make some pivots and stuff. But the goal is to have it all designed and planned up front.
Yep, definitely. Makes it easier too. Did you have most of your materials picked out prior to the build actually breaking ground? Not really.
We knew the kind of the style we were going for, but exterior materials, kind of. It was right at the beginning. It was after ground breaking.
Yeah.
So after Breaking Bad. It was after breaking ground.
We had like the vision, like we knew before, of course, starting the project, like renovating, we're like, this is what we want it to look like. Like we had a lot of pictures and stuff, but we didn't have the actual materials picked out. So then when they were framing it, we're like, we need to go find the literal wood to put on the side of the house.
But we did have like, hey, this is where stone's gonna go. This is where wood's gonna go. Like we had the material
layouts,
materials chosen, but not the specific material. That makes sense. We had that it was like stone, but not which stone.
Yeah.
We had that it was wood, but not which wood. We knew we like wanted white oak. We didn't know how wide we wanted it or the color. We still don't know the color, honestly.
And that we would say is a learning for next time. Like we already said, I would have everything picked out before you go into it. We have just kind of picked out materials as we've gone. Like he'll be like, okay, wood needs to go up. Do you guys have the wood? And we'd be like, no, we'll go find it. Or like, where's the stone?
We were on it more than that. It was never delayed based on our choices. I will correct you on that. It was never a delay because we were slow.
Yeah, but it could be faster if
it could be faster if you're handing something over to him saying like, here's everything, call us when it's done.
Yeah.
But like because we were the acting designers of this project, there was more back and forth, and like there was more, hey, come on site because we need to talk through this particular thing and decide like which route we want to go on these things. But it wasn't necessarily material specific.
That's true.
Yeah, a lot of pivots along the way, but interior materials, that was more as we went.
That's true.
Because that was more like interior design versus like architecture design.
Yeah.
The interior design, it was like, hey, now that we know, once we decided to move in, it was like, okay, this is going to be a nursery. Let's make it into a nursery. Before that, it was like, let's just make it guest bedroom, you know what I mean?
I know.
So now it's more of like customizing the touches based on the lifestyle we're going to be living in the house versus just being a staged house we sell, I guess.
And that's like just hard because I mean, it is easier having it all designed up front. You just hand it over and they can just go to town building it. But we kind of like wanted to see, it was also like, we were like, are we gonna live in it? Are we not? Okay, now we are. Now we have a baby. Let's make a nursery. Like, it was just very ebb and flow. But
last thing I will say as a recommendation, especially for exterior materials, is have them build sample walls. We could have done that. We opted not to do that, and we kick ourselves.
Sample walls, you guys.
I don't know if
it
would have changed something slightly, but it wouldn't really have changed a ton for us. We still knew what we wanted. It would have changed like the color palette slightly.
Yes, probably. And shapes and sizes of things.
Yeah, and it just helps to see, like, if you do a sample wall and you see a little bit of like the cedar shake roofing along with the copper gutters, it might change the color of the stone you go with, or the color of the wood.
Yes.
Some of the, if you have exterior paint, we don't, but if you have exterior paint, it could change the colors.
100%.
It's like having a life-size mood board.
Yes.
Like when you do a mood board for a room, having a sample wall is like a real life mood board for your exterior.
And you just trust, like when you show a picture, you're like, I want it to look exactly like this or really similar. And they're like, okay, yeah. And you're like, cool, they get it. Like, it's gonna vibe out. And then it gets on the house and you're like, wait, it doesn't look like the picture. Like,
and I could have stopped you halfway through, but I thought you were just on the same page as me.
Totally. So sample walls for everything, even inside, like paint or plaster or everything. You like lay things out on the ground.
Paint's hard, guys. Interior is hard because it all
depends on the light.
The light is such a variable.
Yeah.
Like how much light's coming in, when does the light come in, which angle is it coming in at, like where is it hitting? Is it hitting the ground? Is it hitting the wall?
I know.
There's rooms that we've painted where depending on where you're standing, you're like, that looks like a different color completely.
I know.
Nonetheless, like, because we want this right, and now that we aren't afraid to ask for changes, I think early on we were a little timid to ask for changes. Now we're like, we don't like it, let's redo this. Or like, let's change the color, let's paint over it, let's do this, let's add this. It's a little easier when it comes to paint. Like, you don't want to say, hey, we don't like the stone, tear it all down and start over.
That's like a whole thing,
But that's why you do a sample wall.
Exactly. Sample walls.
Yeah.
Someone else asked Bingeworthy Shows right now. The one that we watched, Neighbors, the one, the burglar.
Yeah. Your Neighbors and Friends or something
Your
like
Neighbors and Friends. I loved that one. I don't know why, because it was like, it was kind of like, I thought it was gonna be cheesy at first, but it ended up kind of being like about family and relationships, and it was really feel good. Like, I liked it a lot.
We loved Paradise.
Paradise was really so good.
I watched Breaking Bad when Crash was first born. Like, binged through it all. And
I didn't love that one as much.
It was good though.
Yeah.
Everyone told me it was like one of the best shows on TV, so I was like, I have to watch it.
Yeah.
I did Breaking Bad with Crash, and I watched Suits when Smoke was first born.
Yeah.
Suits was good.
Yeah, Suits is such a good one.
Yeah.
It's a feel good one.
Y'all leave a comment on y'all's favorite shows right now, things y'all have binged.
We just started Hunting Wives, and it's pretty intense.
Yeah.
But it's good. We're liking it. It's just like sometimes I'm like, okay, wow, I can only handle a certain amount of this. This is a lot of sex. And
American Primeval is a really good miniseries. Godless is a really good miniseries. If you like, I'm sure if y'all have watched Yellowstone, y'all have probably watched like 1883 and 1923. I loved 1883. It's really good.
So good. Yellowstone's a good one.
Yeah.
Just good vibes.
Anywho.
Yeah. What does our typical day look like with two? Love how much you guys get out and about. Okay, so our typical day right now is we wake up around 6:45. Well, no, Hunter wakes up at 4:30. He goes to yoga at 5. And then he goes to a second workout after yoga. And I get up with the kids and feed Crash. I'll feed Smoke. We do maybe a little Elmo. Wake up, have coffee.
2 or 3 days a week, I'm getting up with Smoke. The days I don't go to yoga and stuff. Like this morning.
Yeah.
Like, I'll take him and get coffee, and he'll go with me. We'll get some breakfast. And then Mom and Crash will sleep in a little bit. And then we all reunite for the...
By sleeping in is 7:30.
Yeah, instead of 6, it's 7:30.
Yeah.
And Smoke's getting up early these days, you guys. He used to sleep till like 8, and now it's like
6:30.
Sometimes I get out of yoga at like 6, and I check the nanit, and he's already out of his crib. I'm like, oh man, I feel bad for mom. She's at home getting Smoke up.
And then our nanny gets here around 8 or 9, depending on the day. And she will take Smoke out for like a little activity, maybe like swimming or the park.
We try to book any cabin meetings like first thing in the morning.
Yes.
So like when I'm done with workouts, we're handing handing Smoke over to the nanny, and we go to the cabin, handle any meetings, get that out of the way, and then we come home and jumpstart.
Yeah. Then we work, we do emails, any like filming we have to do for campaigns, content,
editing, phone calls, meetings, stuff like that. Depending on what our loads look like, we work together, but we kind of have different responsibilities, and things are taking place at different times. So we pass them back and forth a little bit, but because you're breastfeeding, he's pretty much stuck to her most of the day.
And my little ball and chain. And then we get Smoke back around 4 or 5. And then we try to do like a family outing at night, like whether it's a walk down to the park, or maybe we walk out for dinner, or we always try to like block out like before nap and after nap, have something to do outside. We go really stir crazy if we are all in the house for like hours and hours on end.
You can only hit so many baseballs off the tee.
Oh my god, you guys, and we go crazy. So we really try to plan get-togethers with friends or just something.
That's when we walk Booker usually in the evenings. We used to try to like balance, like do morning walk and stuff like that, but like the chaos of like the morning and the 2 kids and everything we got going around with our projects, our Booker walk and Booker time as a family is right when we get Smoke back. We also don't want to use our time that Smoke is with the nanny to be like walking down to the park. Like we're trying to get things done.
Yeah, like work stuff that we can't do with kids around. So anything you can do with kids awake, you try to save that for when they're there. Well, Crasher's is not sleeping through the night yet, so we're a little tired, but we're gonna get there.
Yeah, but it's not organized chaos, guys. It's just pretty much chaos. And we're getting the things done that we have to get done, and there's not really much room for anything else.
You're kind of just living in the moment, and you're like, what's right in front of me right now? Okay, move it through that task. Okay, next.
I feel like I'm just always doing something. That's why, like, guys, I know we used to post like, for a while we were posting like 3 videos a week, and then we went to 2 videos a week once we had Smoke, and now it's like 1 video a week with the 2 kids, and we try really hard to be consistent, but like it's hard to film. Like a lot of times y'all are never with Booker. It's like, no, we're just not filming those times with Booker because it's like we're the whole family. It's just hard to film everything.
And if you have kids, you know, and Smoke's in a phase. It's like either one's crying or Smoke's like, mommy, mommy, daddy, daddy. Like it's like you would be stressed out watching. Like it's just it's intense.
Anyways, guys, hope y'all enjoy the Q&A. We haven't done one of these in a while. It's a moment where we can like pause, breathe, not be showing like what we're cooking, but just like a moment to connect with you guys, catch up, answer questions, and it's probably healthy for us too.
I agree. It's kind of like therapy.
Yeah, y'all are our therapists in a way.
You are, yeah. We love you guys, and we'll be back with some more vlogs soon. Thank you for being here and for supporting and walking through all these crazy adventures with us.
I'm most excited for our next vlog. Of any vlog we've filmed throughout this cabin project, I'm most excited about the next one because it has wood floors, cabinets, countertops. Things are shaping up over the cabin. So that'll be live in a few days. So stick around. Until then, we will see you next time. Love you guys.
Peace.
Adios.
Maybe I'm broke, maybe I'm alone more than half the time, and I need a call. But maybe I'm a sinner, maybe I'm a fool. I got